one of our gCADPlus users is having great difficulty with this design. If he right-clicks and picks ZoomExtents, this is what happens. A great big blank area at the right, and the design drifts to the side. If I roll out a little, just make the design bit quite small, and then I use a crossing window through from picking from bottom left, go across like so, and click, you can see a handle on an entity shows in the right hand side of the screen. If we look over in the properties box, that's a line, and what I'm going to do now is, let me just have a look bring this down here. You can see it's a line 500.486 units long, so I don't imagine that is part of the design. So let's erase it, then we'll ZoomExtents, pick ZoomExtents again, still doesn't work. So if you go View and Regen, now ZoomExtents, the drawing behaves itself properly. So the reason we couldn't get our ZoomExtents to work nicely to see the whole design was the existence of that line placed way across on the right hand side of the screen. So that's now been fixed. If we turn on lineweight, you can see over here on the right hand side the scale has got a very thick line through the base of the scale, and that's something we need to fix. So I'll click on that now, and when I do that, can you see that the whole drawing's been made, or the whole design has been made as a block? And that's really not a very effective way to do things, because if I want to edit, I've got to jump into that whole block. So we'll explode, and what we'll now do is jump into the blocks command, and there you can see the snapshot of that block. Because the block can now be deleted, let's do it. So we click, and we'll delete all unused blocks. 26 blocks were sitting in a sense on the shelf with the drawing, and we'll now get rid of those and close. So we'll reduce the file size, and things should start working a little easier. If we want to repair that problem, we can pick it. So it's just a block called scale bar, and we'll right click and edit that block and pick that bottom line, which has been set at 1 millimeter, and I think that's the wrong approach. Let's just move it back by a layer. In fact, while we're at it, we'll pick everything in there and change our line weight by layer, and then close the block editor. So line weight is turned on, everything looks to be reasonably good. However, if we go into the landscape plan, you can see the problem. What must have happened is a lot of these elements in the design have had line weight associated with them. We'll just have a look at the size of the sheet. It's an A1 sheet. I'll view and regen the drawing. I'll come back in here, view and regen, and I'll have a look again at that landscape plan. I'm not sure why our line weights are showing up so badly in here. Let's ZoomExtents. What was happening was we'd zoomed right in on the design. Our layout, this, you remember the magenta box which surrounds the design. Let me display that on the layout now, and things are starting to look much better. Let's dive in again and come into here and display on the layout. So now line weights are behaving the way they should be. So they've been, and we're in a position now to continue working on this drawing. So can you see, little things can trip you up if you're not aware of what you're doing in the environment.